Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Freddy here, and just before we get into today's video, I'm just going to ask you guys to hit that subscribe button for us. I really appreciate the support, and I've really been enjoying making these videos. So today I'm heading out to Perth Airport because I've made a little bit of a mistake. Jeez man, that's the third cop I've seen. Why is there so many cops out? It's Tuesday, boy. Anyway, sorry. I'm heading out to Perth Airport because I made a bit of a mistake the other day. There's this specific card that allows you access into like the back of the airport, and it's this big security process. Oh my gosh, another cop, you're joking. It's a specific process that you have to go through to actually attain one of these cards. And it's quite extensive. They do a background check on you, they make sure you don't have any prior convictions, all that sort of shit. So it's pretty in-depth. So this card basically allows you to get into the back sections of the airport where only the security is allowed. And basically my card expired on the 30th of December. And I was cleaning out my work card because I'm starting my new job tomorrow. So I went through all these cards. This particular one was expired, so I was like, oh well, I'll just throw it out. So I threw it in the bin. The trucks came and picked the bin up the next day, and basically you can sort of imagine what happened next. So literally the day after the truck had picked the bins up, I received an email from Perth Airport saying, hey, you know that card that's just expired? It was the worst timing. Like, it was perfect timing really, because I had just thrown it out, and now I got this email saying, oh yeah, you know that card that's just expired? Yeah, we're gonna need you to bring that back, and if you don't bring it back within a month, it's going to be a $2,500 fine. And I almost shat my pants straight away. I was frantically running around hoping that I didn't throw it out, knowing full well I remember putting it in the bin and then putting the bin out for collection. So I was extremely stressed, to say the least, and oh man, I was running around the house. I went to the backyard to start looking through the bins. And usually I'm very iffy about touching garbage and like dog shit and stuff, because my bin is just full of dog shit and garbage, as it should be. And I just didn't care at this point. I was rummaging through the shit and the garbage and the diapers and all the other crap that was in there. I was just absolutely rummaging through it like a bin chicken, trying to find this card, because I knew if I went up to my missus and told her that I lost us $2,500 just because I was being dumb and I threw away a card that was really important, even though it was expired, it's still important. Yeah, man, that would have been an absolute shower of shit. So it was very, very stressful for me, and we ended up checking online, and it turns out you can actually fill out some paperwork to disclose that you've lost a card or the card's been stolen, you know, shit like that. and yeah, we started filling this form out, and we were waiting on my partner's sister to come and sign it because she's a registered nurse. And I went into the garage because I was just angry with myself, and I started cleaning out all my shelves and throwing rubbish away and all this sort of shit. You know, just doing what a man does when he's upset. He goes into his shed and starts cleaning things up. And in my toolbox, in the top drawer of my toolbox, there's this beautiful little red card staring back at me, and it's the card that I presumed I threw away. And it was just the biggest relief, like the biggest weight on my shoulder was just taken off. Man, it was such a good moment. And then that moment passed, and I realised that I had stuck my hand in garbage and dog shit for no reason, just because I have a bad memory. I must have When I was cleaning out my work vehicle, I must have put it in my toolbox without thinking. I must have been on autopilot or something. What the hell is going on here? Why are we moving so slow? This is some horseshit, people. Move it. But yeah, that was my stressful little encounter. So that's why I'm heading out to Perth Airport now to take this card back, and apparently I get $50 back for giving the card back, so that's a plus. $50 in my bank account is a lot better than $2.5 grand out of my bank account. I mean, I'm just starting a new job. I literally fly out for my new job tomorrow, and I really can't afford to have a mistake like that on me just before I start my new job, you know what I mean? But the whole reason I'm taking the new job is so I can support my family better. So if I start that off with, oh, we got to pay a $2.5 grand fine because I'm an idiot, it wasn't gonna curve my way, that's for sure. Gosh, I'll tell you one thing I'm not gonna miss about the city. It's all this damn traffic. That's why it's nice to be on a bike. Just zip straight through. So yeah, bloody, that's a big ass mistake on my part, and I'm one of those people that sort of suffers from that thing where you do something stupid and then you can't sleep for the following 3 days because you just think about how dumb you are. Ooh. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't know, I can't help it. Sometimes I just do dumb shit and then it comes back to bite me in the ass. And I suppose that's life. I guess you can't really do anything about that except just think more before doing things. So yeah, I gotta haul my ass all the way out to the airport now just to take this stupid little card back. Gives me an excuse to take the bike out, so I can't complain too much. Usually this time of the year in Perth, it gets like really, really hot. And it's just not that hot this year. I remember last year Christmas time, we had 2 or 3 weeks where we were experiencing like 40-degree days every single day. Like a real bad heat wave. And this year it's like, I think the hottest temperature we've seen so far was about 36, which is really, really cool considering the hot summer we had last year. And every year it seemed to get hotter except for this year. This year is a real oddball for some reason, I don't know why. But I'm not complaining. I mean, it's beautiful riding weather. So I'm going to try and get the bike out as much as possible before it does start getting into those 40-45 degree days. And the new job I've got is up in the upper Tom Price, so that shit's going to be excruciating heat to deal with. I think the average temperature is about 41 degrees and it can get up to about 48-50 degrees, I'm pretty sure. That's what I've heard. So I'm pretty good with hot weather. I'm a refrigeration mechanic, so having to deal with the hot weather is sort of part of my job. And I've been in the trade for about 9 years now, so I'd say I'm pretty accustomed to hot weather. It doesn't bother me that much. But we'll see how we go. I'm not too worried about the heat. It's more the snakes up there that worry me. I'm not overly terrified of snakes, but I do understand the inherent risk that comes with an area that has snakes in it. Australia, if anyone watching is not from Australia, I think they said has 9 out of the 10 most venomous snakes in the world. And yeah, it's quite scary because up north they're very prominent, like you see them all the time. So that's something that kind of scared me, and something I really didn't know. I did a first aid course the other day, and apparently back in the day when there were a lot more traditional Aboriginals around, and they were living in the bush and stuff, the way they used to deal with snake bites wasn't through anti-venom or anything fancy like that. They used to literally, they'd get bit by a snake and then they would lie down and not move, and eventually it would take a few days of not moving, because the issue with snake venom, especially with the king browns, it apparently attacks your cardiovascular system, so it gets moved through your bloodstream via your muscles. So the more you move, the quicker it spreads through your body. So what they say is, when you get bit by a snake, don't panic. Anything that's gonna up your heart rate, and the heart's a muscle. Anything that's gonna up your heart rate is just gonna make it extensively worse on you, and it's gonna take a lot less time for the venom to kill you. So basically what you have to do is you have to calm down, sit down, just freaking relax, and do not move. Try and call for help. If you've got your phone on you, call for help, but they advise you very, very strictly, do not move, and just try and call for help, because the more you move, the worse it gets for you. And I didn't know that. And it was from the instructor that was teaching me this first aid course that I learned this. Apparently the Aboriginals back in the day, they used to lie down for days on end, just letting the venom pass through their body, and that's how they used to deal with snake bites. And obviously the more they got exposed to the venom, the more tolerable they became towards it. And that's just absolutely amazing if you think about it. Imagine just getting bitten by a snake and you just pull the old honey badger trick out of the pocket, and you just lie still for 2-3 days. Like, understandably it's going to be painful, you're going to be thirsty, you're going to be hungry, you're going to be exhausted, but just the fact that your body would be able to deal with it is remarkable. And I think those people that lived in the bush back in the day, they were definitely stronger people than what we have now. I reckon if a snake bit me now, it would take all of 2 seconds to kill my little puny ass. So you got to give them credit for that shit, man. That's pretty cool. But snakes are definitely something I'm worried about going up to this new place. But yeah, I hope it's going to be alright. Definitely got to watch out for those danger noodles, eh? It's not double demerits anymore, I can speed a little. I hate double demerits, man. It's such a trap. Oh, we got another bike coming up on me. What's this? Can I tell what it is just by the headlights? It looks like a Ninja. I'm gonna guess that's a Kawasaki. Yes, it is. Oh, no, that's a Honda, I think. He gave me the old shuckers. I like this guy already, man. I love that friendly shit. Chew! That sounds good through a tunnel. Meow. Yeah, this guy's a G. He gave me the shuckers without hesitation. Ooh, you better slow down though, man. Oof, nah, oh boy, nah, you don't be riding like that. Yeah, nah, that's asking for trouble. He's a G, but you know, that's not very safe. Yes, I know, I sound like a freaking square little privileged boy, but you know, I used to ride like that. I did used to ride like that when I was on my 250 and my 600, but you know, I've got a family, man. I can't be doing that shit. I don't take my life in my hands like that. Like, I'll do the aggressive overtake, but I won't split through cars. That's just asking for shit. That's just asking for shit. But hey, if you feel confident doing it, go for it. I am confident doing it. I'll just know if I stuff up or someone else stuffs up and cleans me up, if I die, man, I leave my wife and my baby. You know, that's what I think about when I ride. I think about my family. I think about the people who love me, and that's what stops me from doing half the shit I really want to do. Like, I really want to do it. It's just, you know, it's not just about me anymore. And I gotta respect that that's the life I have now. So I can't be riding like a dickhead. Alrighty, here we go. We're at the airport now. Now, I hope I've come to the right terminal. I'm at terminal 3 and 4. I always forget which one's which. Quickly gonna run in and give this card back. I'm in full gear, so I look like a freaking Power Ranger. But I spent a lot of money on all this gear, and I had my jeans on this morning and my cheaper jacket, because I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a quick ride. And then my missus got a glimpse of me and went, nah, go and put your expensive gear on. Yeah, she goes, we paid all that money for that gear, you're gonna go and put it all on? So I gotta walk in here with all my boots and shit and look like a freaking walking Power Ranger. Here we go. I did take the right turn off, cool. Meow. Find a nice little parking spot here. There we go. Alright, I'll catch you guys when I come out. Alrighty, so I spoke to the lady in there about this whole card. I asked her basically if I had lost that card, what was going to be the consequence. And she said, hey, yeah, look, it's a pretty extensive process to cancel one of those cards. Not for actually cancelling it. It's more disclosing what happened to it. That's the issue. You got to fill out a statutory declaration. Basically, explain why you lost it or how you lost it, and from there, they basically review your paperwork, and then the card gets cancelled and no fine applies. I think it's more if you don't disclose that you've lost it and then you don't return it, because it's a possible breach of security if anyone tries to use the card. I think that would probably be the main issue with that sort of thing. But yeah, good result at the end. Better than a $2,500 fine.